Hi guys, my name is Indy Hosier, and today I'll be showing off my CS464 project, which I made in Unity. So, the idea of my project was to kind of create a keyboard that was able to take in input just directly using these hands without the wrist interfering with the line of sight of the keyboard. I went ahead and created two keyboards, as you can see over here. I will show this keyboard in a minute, but I went ahead and created two keyboards. I was trying to test the efficiency of both of them in terms of words per minute. As you can see, I imported a couple assets here. One of them was this OVR player controller that I just plugged in straight from the Unity asset store. And once you put on the VR headset, it is able to track these hands automatically, so there's nothing really needed there. However, I went ahead and created a button asset, which is how these keys down here work. It's called the keyboard button script, is what I added to it, which I will show how that works in a minute. Some things that I kind of wanted to the user to do was take in just this input. I was going to instruct them to take in this input and type it in there, and then after that record their usage of this keyboard here and get their words per minute, error rate, kind of stuff like that. And so yeah, I'll go ahead and show you how this works, because right now you can see it just looks like a bunch of ones here, but if you go ahead and play it, you can actually see what it looks like in game time. As you can see, all these letters change over correctly, and even the caps button works, which I will show that in a future demo here. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you this other keyboard here, which I kind of just wanted to test out the functionality of how it would look with two split keyboards here, and then I also wanted to change like the rows, how these kind of look here, and kind of test the efficiency of both of these and see which one was better. For some of the code that I wrote here, you can see this right here. The first thing would be this typing area, which would initially the first iteration I did of this experiment was to take in these hands here have trackers on the fingers that you can see with this white sphere here. I just went ahead and attached it here to the index finger, but my first iteration had all of these spheres attached to these fingers here, and that's why you see all of these here. But yeah, I just went ahead and showed you guys the simpler version of it just for explanation terms. But anyway, this is how this code works here. So this is a typing area script, and there's a typing area that surrounds this keyboard here, which is all the way at the bottom here. There's a little collider that goes around the keyboard, and once these hands come into play here, they activate the typing area script, which sets these spheres that were on the fingers correctly and initiates them as game objects, which you can see into here. Right over here is all these game objects, which I don't have any of these, obviously, since I'm showing off the simple version of it. But for the second script I wrote here, this is how the on-trigger events work. So once an object touches one of these keys, it'll transform its position to a lower position. As you can see right here is this red part right here, and when I'm talking about the position, I'm talking about this red part going down into this black part here. And so once it is touched, it will go down to a lower position of 0.003, and then once it exits that, the finger exits this area, it will go ahead and return back to its original position here. This is kind of just a little test script I had just to make sure the buttons are working. Kind of want to leave it in just to make sure anyone that's testing this wanted to see if the buttons actually worked or not. For the keyboard button script, this is actually how the objects that are on these keys, so as you can see, it has a letter on the script. As I showed earlier, it has a letter on this canvas here. Right here on this little canvas, it's got a little press button and a canvas which has the name of the letter, which takes in this letter up here and puts it up into the typing area script up here, and the input canvas will take in whatever letter is on the key and put it onto this text here. That's how it does it here. So it obviously gets the component children, which is this letter here, and then it went ahead and adds the insert character of the button text to the input screen here. And so then my last script here is just kind of how all the different functions work on the keyboard. So you have a delete button. This is how the delete button will work here. So if it's greater than 0 and you press the delete character button, it will go ahead and remove just one character here, which is this delete button over here, which is how that works there. The insert space, I have a space bar that inserts just a single space into this input text up here. and the space button right here. That's how that works there. And then lastly, we have the caps button. So I set in the caps button function that works when you enter the caps button here. So these are the caps letters that I have instead of the normal letters. They sit and reside right on top of these normal letters here in the same position and everything. And yeah, so I think that explains quite a bit of my code and everything. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will soon show you guys just about a 30-second demo of how everything works. Appreciate it. Thank you.